Let me tell you a little something about exercise, man. Exercise is like so many other things in life, man. It's not something that you sit around and wait for the urge to come before you do it. It's something that you do because you know that you need to do it. You know the positive benefits. You're never going to really feel an urge, a motivation to wake up and want to exercise unless it's something that you've been introduced to at an early age or been around it. And, you know, some people do have that desire. But for the average person, you're never going to really want to just exercise in the beginning. It's something that you force yourself to do because you know that you need to do it. But now here's the good thing. Once you do that, I'm talking about the first time, I'm talking about immediately. Once you force yourself to do it, immediately after, you get positive feelings. You know, not only because of the chemical reaction within your body, that's there. Have just made yourself do something that you know you needed to do, knowing that you didn't feel like doing it. And you're going to feel better as a result of doing it because you know you just made an improvement in the condition of your body. But also, now you may not consciously be aware of this, but what you have just done is also made an improvement on the inside. You know what I mean? Forcing yourself to do something that you know you need to do and knowing that you don't feel like doing it, it's character building, man. Huh? That's character building. So you are not only conditioning your body on the outside, you're conditioning your body on the inside. Dual benefit, man. We ain't even getting into the healthcare aspect. But you're also working on the inside as well as the outside. That's a bonus to working out, doing exercise. So don't wait for the motivation. Don't wait for the urge to want to do it. Get out there and do it. Just do your exercise and you'll feel a whole lot better. You'll be energetic. Look at me, man. I'm jumping up and down, doing backflips and somersaults, and I ain't been up for 10 minutes yet. Okay, I ain't been up for 25 minutes yet, but I jumped up with the exercise, man. Pumped. I'm pumped now. Now let's get into the video, huh? Getting like that dude on TV. Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about being a healthy truck driver. Now, this topic is nothing new to me. I printed out some leaflets back in 2006 about us needing to make better decisions with regard to our health and eating habits, exercise. And then in 2007, of course, I got a page talking about your diet and everything. In 2008, on the DVD, Becoming a Trucker, I got a part talking about eating healthy. There's been people that said, hey, look, man, we want to know about trucking. We don't care about this. That's right, yeah, eating, dieting, eating properly and dieting. We want to know about trucking. Well, you know, one of the common problems that we have is being one-track minded and having tunnel vision and not taking into account the big picture aspect of so many things that goes on in our lives. And that's how we miss, you know, so much opportunities. That's how we don't make the best choices, and this, that, and the other, whatever. But it doesn't take a lot of brain power to compute how diet ties into trucking. So with all the talk and debate about healthcare and healthcare reform and hopefully tort reform, I figured this would be a good time to talk about being a healthy trucker. And that's not really going to happen without us being proactive by looking at our eating habits and making decisions to get some form of exercise while we're out here. Now, one may assume that if you're going to drive that you can't get exercise, and that's completely wrong. There's so many ways you can get exercise. You can do sit-ups and crunches right there on the bump as soon as you wake up. And then you can easily get you a set of dumbbells for other exercises to do inside the truck. Now you could just as easily do all this stuff outside, but I know the winter time is coming, and so a lot of us will use that as an excuse if we were doing it outside to say that it's winter time and it's cold, so we don't want to do it. So I'm just doing everything inside. So that excuse is eliminated from the get-go. There's 100 exercises you can use dumbbells. There's other ways, just, even if you don't want to take the time to do formal type exercise with weights, then, there's other things you can do, like when you just stop to get fuel. I mean, when I'm standing at the card reader, a lot of times I'll do exercises with my calves. Standing there, go up and down on your toes, contract the muscles in your legs, and that's going to work on those leg muscles. And while you're fueling up, you can be stretching your calves out on the side steps of the truck. You know what I mean? Even when you're washing your windows, you can stretch as far as you can. All you got to do really is be intentional. Do it in a way that forces you to stretch the muscle. And we really need to be doing this, man, because we're too sedentary as truckers. A lot of drivers don't like to touch brake. I find it very useful to be able to load or unload freight. I mean, people paying $35, $40, $45, $50 for memberships in the gym, and if you get to load or unload a truck, I mean, you're getting paid to exercise, basically. Believe it or not, this is useful exercise for the body. When you say, well, why do you place so much emphasis on getting exercise? Well, because the fact of the matter is, when you're talking about healthcare, at least half of all of the problems that we will encounter with health issues in our life can be attributed to poor choices, poor habits, and could have been avoided by simply exercising more regularly and making better decisions about the types of foods that we eat. So you tell me whether exercising and paying attention to your diet makes sense or not. Of course it makes sense. It's not even debatable. I'm not going to go back and forth with people about it. I'm just going to talk about it. And y'all could, and anybody else that wants to dispute that can spend their time just debating somebody else about it. When you're parking at the truck stop, just grab your spot in the back of the lot so that you can walk back and forth to the truck stop if you're going to be going back and forth to the truck stop. When you pull up to get fuel, don't go to the fuel aisle that's closer to the building. Go to the one that's furthest away. You know what I mean? All of this counts. The more frequently you make these choices, then obviously the more exercise you want to incorporate into your trucking experience, And this can very well make a difference in how healthy and strong and your body and immune system is. Now, order to assist your body throughout this ordeal, we need to make healthier choices in what we eat.